This story took place on an autumn night a few years ago. I will never forget what happened that night. I was alone at home, having just moved into a newly rented apartment. That night, I decided to go to bed early. The apartment was very quiet, with only the sound of the wind gently blowing against the windows. I've always been a book lover, and that night I was reading a horror novel. After reading for a while, I felt a bit tired and decided to go to bed. Just as I was about to go to bed, I heard a faint knocking sound coming from the kitchen. At first, I thought it was the wind moving something, but the sound continued, making me feel uneasy. I walked into the kitchen to check, but everything seemed normal. Just as I was about to turn and leave, I heard the sound again, this time clearer. I found the faucet dripping, so I tightened it. Although I found the source of the sound, I still felt a sense of unease. I returned to the bedroom, ready to turn off the light and sleep. At that moment, I suddenly saw a faint shadow moving behind the curtain. I felt a chill run down my spine and slowly walked toward the curtain, reaching out to pull it open, but saw nothing. The wind outside rustled the branches, creating a rustling sound. I tried to reassure myself that it was just the shadow of the branches swaying in the wind, but the sense of unease in my heart grew stronger. I tried to calm myself down and lay back in bed. Just then, the light in the room began to flicker. I got up to check the bulb and found everything normal, but the light kept flickering, making me feel increasingly uneasy. Suddenly, I heard faint footsteps in the hallway, getting closer and closer, as if someone was slowly walking towards me. I decided to check the apartment again to see if there was anything I had missed. As I walked into the hallway, I suddenly heard a whispering sound in my ear, like someone was whispering softly. I felt a chill run down my spine and turned around quickly, but saw nothing. My heart was racing, and I felt a sense of inexplicable fear. Just as I was about to return to the bedroom, I noticed strange symbols on the hallway wall, seemingly drawn in some red liquid. I returned to the bedroom, and the sight before me almost made me scream. A faint figure, like a human shape, was lying on the bed, but I couldn't see the face clearly. I slowly approached the bed, and the figure suddenly disappeared, the room returning to normal. My heart was still racing, and I didn't know what had happened. I found a strange note on the bed, with the same symbols as on the hallway wall. I couldn't understand the meaning of these symbols, but I knew it wasn't an illusion. After that night, I never encountered anything similar again, but what happened that night still sends chills down my spine. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I know that the experience of that night will remain in my memory forever, unable to be erased.